Rome sleeps under a quiet sky. Yet inside the city's heart, the air feels heavy, as if the marble itself knows something is coming. It is the night before the Ides of March. Julius Caesar walks through the dimly lit halls of his home, alone with his thoughts, unaware that the final hours of his life have already begun. He thinks of his victories: Gaul, Egypt, the Senate kneeling, the crowds chanting his name. To Rome, he is a living god. But to his enemies, he is becoming a king. And Rome has never allowed kings to live for long. Beyond his walls, conspirators whisper in the shadows, their minds a volatile mix of fear and ambition. A servant approaches Caesar, his face etched with worry. He speaks of bad omens, of unnatural storms and strange dreams spreading across the city. Even Caesar's own wife, Calpurnia, begs him not to leave home, terrified by a nightmare of his death. But Caesar, ever steady and supremely confident, believes destiny favors the bold. He tells them he cannot fear death, only regret. He is Caesar, and the world bends to his will. With a final breath of the cool morning air, he steps out into the streets, his fate sealed. The sun rises slowly, casting long, ominous shadows across the forum. Every step Caesar takes echoes against the stone, a calm walk through a city that hides trembling, violent intentions. As he approaches the Senate, guards bow, citizens murmur, and the conspirators steel themselves for what's to come. They exchange quick, nervous glances, each one feigning loyalty while gripping the cold steel hidden beneath their robes. The stage is set. Inside the Senate chamber, a heavy silence falls. Caesar enters with the unmistakable grace of a man who believes he is untouchable. He walks toward his gilded chair, a symbol of his power. But as he does, a circle begins to close around him. It happens, Larb, without warning. One senator steps forward with a petition, a distraction. Another moves behind him, blocking his path. Caesar senses the sudden, sharp tension in the air, but it's too late. A hand reaches out, yanking his toga from his shoulder. It's the signal. In the same instant, another hand lifts a blade. The first stab lands. Caesar turns, his face not one of pain, but of pure, shocked disbelief. The faces he sees are not those of foreign enemies, but of men he trusted, men he called friends. Their expressions are twisted with a terrible mix of fear and resolve. The second blow comes harder, then a third, then a flurry of them, a frenzy of blades. The marble floor echoes with the chaos as the mighty ruler is attacked from all sides. He tries to stand, tries to fight back, but the chamber drowns in a tide of violence. And then he sees him, Marcus Brutus. Not an enemy, not a rival, a friend. A man he loved like a son. Their eyes meet across the chaos, one pair filled with heartbreak, the other with shame and guilt. As Brutus raises his own dagger, Caesar's final strength dissolves. "Et tu, Brute? Even you?" He falls to his knees, the weight of that betrayal far heavier than any physical wound. The conspirators step back as Caesar collapses at the base of Pompey's statue. A bitter, tragic irony, as Pompey was once his greatest rival, defeated by Caesar himself. Blood spreads across the marble, staining the floor of the Senate. The chamber is frozen in a stunned, deathly silence. Rome has just murdered its leader, believing freedom would follow. But they were wrong. Outside these walls, a political storm of unimaginable fury is gathering. Caesar's death will not save the Republic, it will shatter it. As Caesar's final breath leaves him, the future of Rome shifts forever. Civil war will ignite, ambition will burn the city to the ground. And from the ashes, a new, more absolute ruler will rise where Caesar fell. This night, this betrayal, this single, bloody moment, changed everything.